What's up guys, Winter Kills here, back with another deck profile. So in the last duel video uploaded, I said at the end that I'd be doing a Monarch deck profile, my first Monarch deck profile on the channel. Obviously the new support was just released in the structure deck not too long ago, and I did pick up 3 structure decks obviously, and I've been messing around with the deck a lot on Dueling Network and in real life, playing matches, not competitively in tournaments or anything, but just playing matches just to get a feel for the deck and kind of work out some of the kinks that the deck has when it comes to bricking, whether it be drawing too many spells and traps or drawing too many of the bigger monarchs and no way to get them on the field, whether it be through Stormforth or Idea or Domain and things like that. So this is not a finalized build, definitely nowhere near finalized. It definitely needs some more testing. And this coming Friday, I might play it at locals. I've got 2 locals coming up this coming weekend, I think Friday and Saturday, so we'll see which locals this will get played at. I do have Mermail to play, so I'd like to play that at least once, as it is sort of my main deck at the moment, and I'm having a lot of fun playing that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys this Monarch deck profile. Alright guys, so for monsters, we're starting off with the first new Monarch that just came out. And that is Aether, the Heavenly Monarch. Basically what this thing does when it's tribute summoned, you can send 2 Monarch spells or trap to the grave to summon out a monster with 2400 attack, 1000 defense, or more. So basically you can summon a Monarch or one of these guys. The other guy, the Erebus, which is basically a really good combo. It just helps put damage on the field and sets up for a lot of really cool plays. It sets up a lot of your Monarch spells and trap stuff in the graveyard. Cards like Pantheism, which you can just banish right away to search more Monarch spells and traps and add it to your hand. So yeah. So we got, and also it's actually pretty decent because it can set up more tribute fodder. If you need another monster in your field to tribute, you can just summon this out and special something out with it, and there you go, you've got more tribute fodder. Also, it does have the effect that during your opponent's main phase, you can banish a Monarch spell in your trap to tribute summon this card during their turn, triggering that effect. And you do have to have stuff on your field to tribute. Obviously, for that tribute summon, when I originally saw that text, I thought you could just like banish the Monarch spell trap, and then just that would count as the tribute summon. But that's not how it works apparently, which sucks. But it's whatever. So next we play 3 Erebus. So basically, when this guy is tribute summoned, he's got the same stats as Aether, 2,800,000, obviously Monarch standard level 8. Dark, basically when this guy is tribute summoned, you can send 2 Monarch spells and trap to the grave to target a card like pretty much anywhere in your opponent's control, whether it be in the grave, the field, or their hand, and shuffle it back into the deck. It's actually a really decent effect, especially going first. You can make them start with 5 cards. Very, very good first turn play. Maybe you knock the only good card out of the hand, and that pretty much shuts down their whole play for you to go off next turn. Oh yeah, and another thing I forgot to mention about Aether, the Monarch, that it summons out, goes back to your hand at the end of the turn, so it sets up more plays. So it basically can create more damage, more tribute fodder, but also help set up more plays for next turn. But back to Erebus, his other effect in the graveyard, if he's in the grave, you can banish a Monarch spell or trap to add basically any Monarch in your grave back to your hand, so it can help recycle some stuff, so it's not bad in the graveyard either. Next we play the 3 little guys, which is Idea. Basically when this is normal or special summon, you can special summon this guy, Eidos, from your deck, which gives you an extra tribute summon, normal summon. Sorry about the glare there, but it gives you an extra tribute normal summon, which helps set up basically tribute summoning for your Mega Monarchs or your Aether and Erebus on your first turn, because it gives you that extra fodder. Because obviously you need 2 tributes for it, but if you have Domain, you only need 1 really, because it basically costs down the monster in your hand, and you get it on field a lot easier. And both these guys have effects when they're sent to the grave. When Idea is sent to the grave, you can add a banished Monarch spell trap, add it to your hand. Eidos, when he's sent to the grave, can basically special summon Idea and set up, special summon another Eidos out. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool effects these guys have. I think definitely they're all a must at 3. And then for some other cards that we play one Zaborg, the Mega Monarch. This card is actually really good against Pepe. Basically, if this card is tribute summon by attributing one tribute summon monster, I'll go ahead and read its effect for you guys. So basically, if this card is tribute summoned by attributing one tribute summon monster, if this card is tribute summoned, target one monster in the field, destroy it. Then, if it was a light monster, both players send as many cards as possible from the extra deck to the graveyard, but not more than the original level/rank of that destroyed monster. If this card was tribute summoned by attributing a light monster, add this additional effect. You choose the cards your opponent sends to the graveyard. So correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, with the domain field spell in your hand and you have Idea on your field, which is a light monster, you could just tribute sack for one, because this would be a level 6 in your hand technically. And you tribute off by attributing a light monster. You would get the effect to destroy himself, and then you'd send 8 extra deck cards that you choose from your opponent's deck, from your opponent's extra deck to the grave. Because as after tribute summon, you can target one light monster in the field, which obviously I'm pretty sure you can target himself. I could be wrong though, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And then you could just choose up to 8 extra deck monsters to send from their deck to the grave, and that is absolutely busted. And then next we have Caius, who basically has the same effect, that you can tribute summon him just by attributing a tribute summon monster, but his other effect is as follows. Basically, if this card is tribute summon, target one card in the field and banish it. And if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Then if it's a dark monster banish all cards with that name from the hand, main deck, or extra deck and graveyard of the player who controlled it. If this card was tribute summoned by attributing a dark monster, add this additional effect. You can target 2 cards instead. So basically, he is I forget what the card is. Oh yeah, Nobleman of Crossout, and he's basically a Caius. Very good. And then if you get the extra effect off where you attribute a dark monster for him, you can banish 2 cards like that instead, and technically clear up to 6 cards altogether, from including their hand, field, and graveyard, and extra deck, I'm pretty sure. So pretty sure the same way it would go is if you had 8-0, so you'd get that extra normal summon tribute, and then with the domain field spell, with the cost down effect, you would just summon them out and get that double banish effect. Very devastating. We play one Majesty's Fiend simply because it's searchable off Prime Monarch. Vanity's Fiend, it's just a very good first turn play. One Karaz, the Light Monarch. Basically, when he is tribute summoned, you can target 2 cards anywhere on the field, and then the controller of the destroyed card can draw a card, and you can do that up to 2 cards, so technically you can just draw up to 2 cards. But he cannot attack the turn he is normal special summoned. Also, this is a very good target off of Aether, as I forgot to mention earlier, because it's when it's normal or special summoned, you can use that effect to just draw some extra cards, so very good combo. And then lastly, we'll play one Dark Armed Dragon, because graveyard control is very easy, I feel, and it's also searchable at 2800 attack, 1000 defense. So that's it for the monster lineup. We'll jump into the spells. Alright guys, so for spells, we're playing Triple Pantheism. Change the camera angle a little bit because there's a bit of a glare bugging me, so hopefully it fixed it a little bit. So 3 Pantheism. Basically this card is Pot of Greed, but it's a little bit better. I guess I shouldn't call it Pot of Greed because it's not nowhere near as good as Pot of Greed, obviously, but I'm just kind of giving a little example here. Bear with me. Basically, you discard a Monarch Spell or Trap. The theme in this whole deck, Monarch Spells and Traps, being basically the whole currency and how you can activate anything in this deck. But yeah, you send 1 Monarch Spell or Trap from your hand to the grave, and then you draw 2 cards. That part of the effect is not once per turn, so if you have 3 of these in your hand and 3 Monarch Spells in your traps, spells and traps in your hand, you could activate all 3 and then draw 6 cards in total. Pretty good card. But it has another effect in Grave where you can banish this to reveal 3 Monarch Spells and Traps, sort of a spellbook library, the Crescents effect almost, if you would. And then you can reveal them. They do not have to. They do not have the restriction of where they have to have 3 different names. You could choose 3 of the same Monarch Spell / Trap. You could choose 3 Tenacity, 3 Domain, 3 Prime Monarch, 3 whatever you want to choose, 3 Stormforth. That effect, and then your opponent adds 1 to your hand. But that effect is only once per turn. Still, nonetheless, very good card. So next we play Triple Domain of the True Monarchs. So basically, when this card is on the field, you basically can't have any cards in your extra deck while you use this. It's pretty much the theme for most of the Monarch stuff, as a lot of you probably already know. Basically, its effect is while you have no cards in your extra deck and you are the only player that controls a tribute summon monster, which more often than not you will, unless of course you're playing in the mirror match, which is probably absolutely disgusting in the mirror match, because this is just a dead card everywhere. Your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. If a tribute summon monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 800 attack during damage calculation only. Once per turn, you can reduce level 1 monster with 2000 attack and 1000 defense in your hand by 2 until the end of the turn, even after they are summoned set, and even if this card leaves the field. So that's what I was talking about earlier with Domain on the field, how you can get those guys, the Mega Monarchs, out a lot easier to set up some really, really good plays with Idea and Eidos. So yeah, very, very good field spell, as it can help you tribute summon easier, but as well as lock your opponent out from the extra deck and give you guys a little attack boost during your battle phase. Next, you play Triple Tenacity. Basically, you reveal any Monarch in your hand that has the 2400,000 stat or the 28,000 stat, and you can just go add a Monarch spell and trap, i.e. you want to go grab your Pantheism with this, or Pantheism will just reveal 3 of these, and then you go grab another Pantheism. It's just the way the card works and how the deck can work, just to get more draws. Next, you play Triple Stormforth. Obvious reasons, you need tributes, and if you don't have tributes, why not just use your opponents anyways? It is 2016. Who uses their own monsters for tribute summons anyways? So you just play Stormforth. Next, we play Triple Upstart, because as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the deck not very consistent at the moment. Maybe that'll change. I'm giving this deck a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Potential. I think the deck has a lot of potential, is what I'm trying to say, especially with a the ban list coming up, and actually the ban list that was just released not too long ago, actually like slaughtering Pepe. Maybe I'll make a video on that sometime soon. If you guys want to see a video on that, I'll give you my thoughts on basically, my thoughts on them slaughtering the deck, the thoughts on them banning stuff, and archetype specific stuff, and my whole rant on that. If you want to hear that, if not, I won't post the video. That's fine. It saves me time, saves everybody a little time. So Triple Upstart for consistency. 1 return. Basically, it's a searcher that's continuous. Anytime you tribute summon, anytime you can talk to tribute summon with no cards in your extra deck, you can add a 28,000 monster or a 24 attack, 1000 defense monster. So yeah. And next, play 1 Rhoda just to grab the Idea a little bit faster, because you kind of want that card first turn, and the Raigeki to get rid of annoying fields. Very, very important. And then we'll just jump into the traps real quick, just because there's not that many. We play Triple Prime Monarch continuous trap card that basically targets 2 Monarch spells and traps in your graveyard, and then shuffles in the deck, and then you draw. So this is one of the lifelines of the deck. Very, very important card in the deck all around. Not only does it recycle resources, which is so important, because the first 5 minutes you're playing this deck, you realize your graveyard is absolutely loaded with Monarch spells and traps. Most of those you'll kind of want in your hand, and this will help recycle those. It also has the fact if it's in your graveyard during either player's turn. Actually, no, during your opponent's turn only. Let me double check. Yes, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish. No, it's not during your opponent's turn only. It's during either player's turn. So, one, it helps create tribute fodder because it's just an extra monster on the field, and it does not count as a trap card while it's on the field. It comes out with 24,000 defense, 2,400 defense, and 1,000 attack. Kind of the reversed stats for the theme of the deck. And it just acts as extra tribute fodder, and it also can act as sort of a Valk / damage juggler / Swift Scarecrow. It just comes out and saves you from getting OTK'd. This card has surprisingly stopped a lot of OTKs in testing and stuff, and it's just really good. And then lastly, I play 1 Escalation because tribute summoning during your opponent's turn is really cool, especially when they have a Vanity's Fiend to deal with now during their standby phase or main phase, or a Majesty's Fiend. So yeah, 1 Escalation. That's it for the traps. That's it for the main deck. That's it for the deck profile, because we do not play an extra deck in this deck because it's not needed, and simply without the extra deck, we wouldn't be able to use half these awesome cards. So we'll go ahead and wrap this deck profile up real quick. That's been my Monarch deck profile. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts or suggestions down in the comment section below if you got any. I'm gladly to hear them. If there's anything you thought my build was a little off and you want to let me know, cards that I don't know of that I should be playing in the deck, and if you want to let me know, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm open to suggestions. anytime. So yeah, if you're like, why isn't this guy playing this card? What a freaking idiot. Dislike the video. No, if there's something I'm missing in the deck, just feel free to do the right thing and just tell me in the comments and below instead of just freaking out and getting angry, which some people do. But like I said, this is my first profile, still working in some uncharted territory here. I'm not a Monarch expert. It's like my first time ever playing the deck. And this is my first profile here on the channel, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed it, so leave a like if you did. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. The support is greatly appreciated, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Thank you so much for watching, each and every one of you. And as always, Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.